is, yeah. Has to hide under bed.
I have to say that, I don't know, Zealand's kind of tough. I mean, he's just this little kid, and he's a platform, and he's just like, yeah, he's a steel punch, yeah, go for it. He's just persistent and determined. He wants to be a country, and he's gonna make it happen.
Yeah.
France, sorry, but
he's made out of steel.
Sorry, but it's got to be Russia.
Yeah.
He does have a goat.
And he does have a goat.
And he's obviously, Sweden will definitely not diss Zealand.
Yeah.
Yes. He's a father. Yeah. You can't do that too.
Okay. All right. Next person.
Well, did Beth want to say something?
Oh no, she's not dissing Zealand. Yeah, it's my son. Why would I?
I think you with the goggles were next.
As somebody who's seen 1 or 2 episodes of the 5-minute shorts on Netflix, I was wondering, if the countries are people, then where are the countries and where do the people live?
The countries are personifications.
Basically the embodiment of what the people of the country
represent. There's discussions about what exactly the countries are. Are they a spirit? Are they a soul of the country? Are they, but basically they are a personification of the country. They live in the country, and the people of the country still live there.
So basically, like...
They're the mascot.
Yeah, they're like their mascot. Like theoretically America could be like hanging out with Obama right now.
There is actually an official picture of him with Obama's dog.
Yeah, there's an official picture where he's holding Bo.
So cute.
And, for example, the same thing even holds true, like, you'll see sometimes leaders in shadow or background, especially with more historical figures. They appear with the nation.
There is an entire strip where Austria has a lot of interaction with Maria Theresa, his queen in history. Prussia has a really intimate, he was very, very close to old Fritz, and he still talks about him. So, I mean, there's definitely relationships with leaders. Sometimes they don't like the leaders. During World War II, Germany says more than once that he doesn't like his leader, which is good because he'd be really terrible if he did.
Good show, Germany. Yeah, but I mean, it's definitely a situation where basically, there's hundreds and thousands of meta on what exactly they are, but the idea is basically they are what the country represents. They are an embodiment of that somehow. All right, so next question? Yep.
America.
If the country had like a little host club, who would be in it?
No.
Is that appropriate?
That's totally appropriate.
I don't care. I mean, that's fine.
I think France would have to be. Very comic-esque.
Yes.
The roses.
Definite roses.
Yeah. I would be a popular man.
England would be terrible at it. Oh my God.
I like all the food.
Yeah. The Italy's would be.
Oh, the Italy's would be.
They're such charmers.
Spain would probably be in it.
Yeah. Basically, as weird as it sounds, the romantic languages.
Yes.
Yeah.
America, you'd totally be in it. Come on.
I know. I thought that was a good one.
Yeah, it doesn't even need to be
Have you seen those guns before?
Yeah.
Those hamburger guns?
Yeah, I mean, it's
I actually work out, so...
Yeah.
America works out.
It does work out.
Hey, I'm in softball, so...
Australia.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, Australian accent.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Pick the next person.
I see a bracelet with like bells hanging down. That's yours, yes.
Yes. Have you read Ovider's Nancy Hart?
Have what?
Have you read Ovider's Nancy Hart?
I haven't. I've read one of his other fics, but I never got around to that one.
So good! It's so beautiful! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh.
A lot of people talk about it on Tumblr, though, I know. I don't really, read long fics unless they're my OTP, because I don't have time. I mean...
It'll make you cry.
Oh, no, Field.
USUK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see blue sleeve way back there.
Yeah.
Yes, you, with the blue.
Could I have a hunt?
Yes.
Yes. That was dramatic.
All right. So, I guess next question.
Okay. Go, Beth.
Oh, here in the red shirt. If you could meet any of the countries, which one would you meet? That's hard.
Is it just one?
I'm sorry, but America. He's adorable. I just want to hug him, and then I could hang out with this whale, and I love whales. So, okay. see, you know.
I'd make it with Russia.
Russia, I don't know about that. That's a
Or
little...
maybe China.
China would be great. China would be a lot of fun. And he could show you all his cool rip-off stuff. Yeah. Poland would be fun. You could get like manicures and stuff. Yeah, that's true.
Canada would be fun.
Ride ponies.
Canada.
This is, I don't, but I might not be able to find them if I would, you know.
This is 100% out of character, but I really want to hang out with Denmark.
Yes, it would be so fun. Canada would be cool if I could hang out with this bear. That would be, I could like actually play with a polar bear. Who can say they've done that?
I know. Yeah.
Hockey games.
Gosh, this is hard. Besides hanging out with America, which I feel is like giving. He's just a fun guy.
Seychelles. Because it's a tropical island. And she could show me the butt-shaped coconuts and stuff. It would be awesome.
I don't know. I feel like hanging out with any of them would be great, but I will almost say anything like, I feel like I'd want to hang out with Prussia and just... Oh, yeah. Because the poor guy is still hanging out there being like, I'm a country, recognize me. I mean, there are actually still people that consider themselves Prussia.
Well, it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
There are people still alive that live in
And I'm like, Prussia is awesome, and he needs some love. He feels all alone. Same with the micronations, you know. No one really acknowledges who they are. I think it'd be cool to hang out with them and be like, I acknowledge you, you know. I think they'd appreciate that.
I acknowledge them.
I do too.
Australia too.
Yeah.
He'd be amazing. He'd be like Seychelles. You go to the beach, you go surfing.
Yep.
He shows you poisonous animals that are this big.
Which is actually like a beetle.
Yes, that's a beetle.
Okay.
This table is a
snail.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I see a fedora around the corner.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so for countries that don't no longer exist, but apparently their personifications still live on, like Prussia.
Yeah.
What would you feel if you met the other older countries like Germania or Rome or even the lost city of Atlantis?
I think that would be really cool. It's kind of a con story, but one day, oh my God, we were backstage hanging out with this amazing Roman Germania.
They were hilarious.
They were hilarious, and I was America, and I was trying to explain to Rome that yes, there is land across the sea. It got very confusing, and Rome was like, let's build a boat and go over there, and Germania was like, that is a horrible idea. There are sea monsters out there.
There's dragons, we can't go.
Yeah, and then we were going, no, it's really there. And then they were like, we had a phrase at the time, they were like, Rome was like, hi, and he's like, I'm kind of like your son through several lines, and he's like, I don't care, and Francis is like, good, I don't either. It's not as well. And I'm just like, oh, I'd love for the interaction. I mean, what little we get of like Rome with the Italy brothers, and Germany, it just right here in the fields, you know.
Oh my God, Rome is hilarious. I love him so much. I would so hang with him.
And I mean, having stuff like Lost City of Atlantis, oh my gosh, that'd be so cool.
I would really, really love to see my mother.
Britannia.
Yes, Hema made a note about her, and so basically verified that she exists and that she's my mom.
Yeah.
And but I really love to see her. I always imagine her like kind of looking like Boudica, you know, long red hair and like awesome warrior woman. But, you know.
So your mom is Verida?
Yes, my mom is Verida.
Yes.
But I'm not Scottish.
Your brother's in Scotland.
Yep.
Yes, well, let's not talk about him.
Don't be mean. He's got a Nessie.
Yeah, I have a flying mint bunny, though.
That's very
Alright,
interesting.
yeah.
Okay, take a question. Someone besides me.
I see a mustache sticking up in the air.
Ooh, mustache.
How do you feel about pizza stuff?
Who?
Homestuck.
I mean, I don't really like Homestuck. No offense. But whatever, you know, I mean,
I'm all about fandoms crossing over.
I'm just kind of like whatever about it.
Because I'm like, okay, I'm not into Homestuck, so I can't really appreciate Hetalia. It's not my thing, but, I get excited about crossovers with other fandoms, so, I mean, more power to you guys. Hey, get your crossover on.
I love what you do.
Crossovers are amazing, and it's so rare to see well-done crossovers.
I think that Hetalia is really good.
And Hetalia is great for it.
Because you're basically just the world. The country can interact
with anyone.
You could do like Hetalia Doctor Who. England meets the Doctor. So easy. I mean, it's,
America hanging out with America. It makes
That's really good. But
Yeah, Hetalia is
to run in the next
fantastic.
Eurovision contest.
you mean this year?
Yeah, I know.
Eurovision contest.
We ain't going to IKEA.
Yeah, sweet nose like you.
Yes, Hetalia is one of the easiest and best fandoms I've ever been in for crossovers.
Yep.
Because, like, there's barely any crossovers that are weird. I mean, America, England, whoever, it's easy for them to hang out with people from their country or people from around the world.
Yeah, and there's
Japan can totally hang out with his favorite moe girls. And
yeah, I mean, even more like serious things, you know, France being crossed over with like the Les Mis fandom.
Sure.
I'm like, you know, that could really lead to some really good, serious fan fiction or fan art.
I think that all you need is Androlis being like, "You're friends, I'm in love with you."
Yep.
Yes,
Okay.
your country. All right.
Pick a question.
I guess is that Norway back there? All right.
All right.
What is your opinion on the relationship between France and Joan of Arc?
It's depressing.
Yeah. My feeling is that obviously France cared a great deal for her. I mean, this woman is basically fighting for him, you know, and that's, I mean, it's for the country, but that's him. So as far as anything romantic, which is often a discussion topic, I'm down with France being in love with her, and I feel like it would actually be like, despite France being France, a very non-sexual, very chaste love. Otherwise, it kind of weirds me out because it's Joan of Arc. But I don't really think that she was in love with him. I think she, you know, she's Joan of Arc. She cared for France, the country, more than anything else, France and God. Some people talk about the fact that France, the country, basically kind of let her die. They didn't really save her, and they're like, that shows that France didn't care about her. But I think that's people going, history doesn't necessarily trump characterization. History is something that's true, but just because a country did something doesn't mean the character doesn't.
Yeah, just like Germany doesn't like his leader during World War II.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm very sure that France, it doesn't fit his character for him to just let her die. I mean, that's just not really, I mean, he's a compassionate person. So probably, I imagine it was someone else, and he was probably upset about it. I think that sometimes people take the thing with England too far and have him resent England way too much over. I think that France and every other country, for the most part, understands that you are not your country. You are your country, but you're not everyone in your country. And so he might have resented England at the time for it, but I don't think he's like, I hate England because of Joan of Arc. He just fights with England over other stupid things. Yes.
I think the other thing about the Joan of Arc thing that's always gotten me is, you know, for France, they actually deal a lot in series with the fact that he kind of is like, you know, I'm immortal, I can't die. And especially if you look at France's history, the Joan of Arc situation, obviously the French Revolution, it really must be hard for him to see these young people going and dying for him.
I think that's got to be so hard
and I'm
for
like,
every
that's
nation.
just got to be hard for every nation, but obviously we've seen it more in the strips with France.
Yeah.
You know, and like that, especially the Joan of Arc situation, she is just all for saving the country, and that must just be so heartbreaking for him because he knows that she's probably going to die trying to save him.
Oh,
And I'm just like, you know, every country's probably had those people in their history that they're going, you know, you're doing this all for me, and I can't save you. I'm going to live on after this.
Yeah.
that makes me
very
cry a little bit.
Okay, get him.
Oh, Hetalia shirt? You've had your hand up for a while. Yep, you.
What are you guys' opinions? Because the new season has recently started for Japan, and what are you guys' opinions compared to the first season?
Yay, no crown, yellow hair.
The art is way better. Oh my god, so much better. The first season, like, their heads were on wrong and stuff. And the infamous picture of America where his head's, like, backwards.
I mean, Studio Dean does a lot of stuff. I mean, this is obviously still within them. It's just one of those things where I'm like, I feel like they didn't realize how popular it was going to be the first time, so they weren't trying quite as hard. They're like, it's a goofy series.
Our budget for this episode is $5.
Yeah, let's go. It's really great also because I feel like, you know, there's a lot of anime series. I've seen it happen a lot with, like, One Piece, for example, where people are like, I'm not going to give it a try because the art's weird. And I feel like now people are going to be like, okay, that art looks a lot better, you know? the pretty boys look a lot prettier. Yay!
And people have different hair colors and different skin tones, and Seychelles is whitewashed.
Yay!
Yeah.
I mean, I really like it. It'll be interesting to see what strips they do. I mean, that's always kind of the waiting game with the new seasons is you don't know what they're going to do. Sometimes we'll get a little tiny magazine picture that's like this big, and we're like, what strip is that? I think it's this one. No, it could be this one. And it's like,
I also think that overall they've been, I mean, I haven't seen exactly like what strips and stuff they've been doing, but overall they've been doing a little bit better strips than they were in the other one where they were doing, while versus the old series, they kind of repeated a lot of like the same old.
Yeah.
And this one
They
they're
animated
kind of
like drawings by Maria. Like,
Well, and I always feel bad for fans of North Italy because I feel the first anime
just didn't do them any favors.
just didn't do them any justice because they picked like 20 strips that were basically Italy is, you know, being Italy towards Germany and being crazy. And it's just like they really overdid it that made them turn out really kind of stupid. And I'm like, Italy is kind of an endearing klutz, not stupid, you know? And I feel like a lot of people are like, gosh, Italy's so annoying. And I'm like, no, that's just the anime.
All right, I want to do a trivia question, another one, and then I'm going to do France and frying pan.
Okay. Okay, trivia question first.
Do you have one?
No.
Okay, Beth?
Oh, no, I don't.
All right, well, let me think of a trivia question. France, go ahead.
Yep.